Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravening wolves. Jesus says this on the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew chapter 7, verse 15. And he goes on to say that you will know them by their fruit. And I want to bring note and awareness to what's going on with the epidemic of the mental health crisis for our children today. It is an epidemic because it is something that's experienced all over the world, that the majority of our children are suffering with some sort of behavior disorder, mood disorder, dysregulation. Mothers are not wanting to get out of bed in the morning because the stress in the home is so great. More and more mothers are admitting to regretting parenthood, and sadly, they're giving their kids away to group homes, treatment centers, boarding schools, because they feel like it'll be better for their children to get some sort of therapy and also for their own sanity. If I were a wolf in sheep's clothing, I would tell you that your children have not the ability to maintain self-control, that they can't learn self-control. If I were a wolf in sheep's clothing, I would tell you to follow your children around and correct them in the moment. I would tell you to let them know everything that they're doing wrong. If I were a wolf in sheep's clothing, I would neglect to tell you how important it is to teach your children life skills and to always direct them in the way they should go versus telling them no, don't, can't, won't. If I were a wolf in sheep's clothing, I would tell you that you need to maintain self-control, that you need to be calm and patient as your child suffers a meltdown because you were never taught to validate. You know, some things that we've been taught about parenting are completely off the mark, and they're leading you right off the cliff. We can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that we are being led by wolves in sheep's clothing. It's time to wake up, parents, for the sake of your family, for the sake of your children. They're counting on you to show them how the world works. They need to be seen by you, validated by you. They need to have monkey see, monkey do. But when we're taught to lecture our kids, to put them in timeouts, to take things away, to tell them, you're being oppositional right now, we don't do that, that's bad, that's wrong, and then be put into a corner, or be told to go think about what you're doing, and you come out when you can make better choices. I'm sorry, I call BS on that. Your children have children brains. They don't have the experience that we have as adults. They can't go to their room and think about a better way to handle the situation. They need you to teach them how to handle the situation better. They need you to role play with them. They need to see, monkey do. They need you to do it for them, then do it with them, then they can do it all on their own. Also, if I were a wolf in sheep's clothing, I would make you feel like it's your job, Mom, to be, do, and have everything for your child, and to forget the milestones of teaching life skills and duplicating of yourself and giving them opportunities to say, look what I can do all by myself. I want to encourage you to parent like this. Stop buying your kids everything. Stop going out of your way to try to make them happy, to wrap them in bubble wrap, to protect them from the real world, postponing the inevitable. Every time your child asks for something, you say, oh my gosh, that's called a goal. Let me show you what you need to do to make that happen for yourself. And then when they actually follow directions and they do what they're supposed to do, you can praise them. Who made that show up? Who did that? I did. What a champion you are. Look how smart you are. I know that's me. If we want to change the world, we got to be the change that we wish to see. We can't be sending them off to the so-called experts who have never actually worked with children. We can't be sending them off to therapy and doctors for years and years and years on end, having our children grow up believing that there's actually something wrong with their brains. There's nothing wrong with their brains. We were all created in the image of our Creator, and that's the truth, and the truth shall set you free. If you want to learn how to guide behavior versus punishment, if you want to jump on the revolutionary bandwagon of healing, uniting, and empowering families, make sure to see our profile. Come join our free group, join our community, come learn all you can about creating champions for life. I promise there is a way to heal, unite, and empower families, and we can show you how. I'm Bonnie Liotta. Until we meet again, here's to your parenting success.